Ronnie, I think one of the more interesting students we've had has been Tseng, and just to win her 5th major, and we've come a long ways with her. You working specifically on the long game at the start. I was inside working with her, speaking English, trying to work on the speeches so she'd be able to give her acceptance speeches. She's getting, as many tournaments she's won, she's getting very good at doing that. But I would like to have you get into, one of the things we really worked on was the grip. Can you kind of show them what you saw and what you tried to correct?
Sure, absolutely. Well, you remember when we met, she had a very compact grip. I mean, hands were very...
On everything.
On everything. I mean, it allows her to have a quick release and bomb the ball real far, but it also allows you to release a putter, which is not what we wanted to have happen. So, when we met her, the grip was real bunched up, and it wasn't taking up much space. In fact, I can't even do it justice. My hands are too big, but she's got small hands, and there just wasn't taking up much real estate here. So we explained to her to have better control over what you have in your hands, you've got to control what this grip does, trying to make that grip go down the line, especially the top of the grip. So what we asked her to do, if you remember, was that we actually had her spread
her
down.
Really
spread her
hands
fingers
down,
out.
Right.
And that really helped slow down the tendency under pressure is to fall back what you're used to doing, and her tended to be the release. But just spreading her hands out on that grip under pressure allowed her not to release the putter.
Right, exactly.
It really allowed her to make those putts under pressure when she really needed them.
And the other area that she would kind of get mixed up in, not mixed up is the wrong word, but she'd flow in and out of, was her routine.
Correct.
And you and I were there. She came back from Canada after shooting a 78 and wanted to work. And it was one of our more priceless lessons, because she had 3-putted, 4 times. She was not happy, 38 putts or something.
Yeah.
And she's on her way to Arkansas, and from Western Canada to Arkansas, California is not on the map, but she came, and we did an interesting thing, and I enjoyed that. I mean, I went right past the putting green. She couldn't figure out what I was doing, and we drove to the first tee and had her hit a shot, and then we had her hit the second shot that was like 4 feet from the pin, and then I backed her up to 15 foot, and I wish I could have recorded the difference in her routine between the driver that she didn't know she was going to hit, or the iron she didn't know she was going to hit, and they hit him perfect, to all of a sudden she was trying on the putt.
Right.
And
correct. I mean, watching the difference, and that's really, kudos to her for not crawling into a hole after what happened at Canadian Open. Right. To come out, be in the mindset you're ready to learn, and then you surprise her with taking out her on the golf course, and she was expecting to go straight to the green, but it was noticeable the amount of time, the lack of time it took her to get comfortable and send a ball on its way, and then you got her on the green and everything came to a stop.
Yeah, exactly.
She just was not ready to roll that ball. So introducing the idea, the importance of sticking to that routine, and that's basically the time it takes for you to roll that ball needs to stay really consistent.
And since then, obviously the winds have flowed in, but nobody talks about her being a fast player. Nobody talks about her being a slow player. She just has a perfect pace to her entire game.
And that is the key.
Yeah, it's neat.